Good morning, students. So, our next topic is rectification of errors. Now, when I'm talking about rectification of errors, what does it mean? Rectification of errors simply means that some error has been committed and we need to rectify those errors. How do we rectify the errors? Either we erase it or we pass some journal entries or some other ways by putting some values in the ledger accounts and we rectify. That means either we can erase it, cut it, or we pass some entries. But in accounts, something which is done, we hardly can erase it. What we can do, we pass other entries. If something is debited, then we will credit it in order to rectify it. If something is already credited more, then we will debit it in order to reduce the credit part. So that means we have to pass entries to rectify. So in the books of accounts, to rectify the errors, we have to pass entries. First of all, now you understand the meaning of rectification of errors. Financial accounting deals with recording and maintaining every monetary transaction of an organization. However, sometimes a few entries might be either incorrect or used at the wrong place. In financial accounting, the process of correcting such mistakes, that means what is put in the wrong place, incorrect figures, by mistake the figures have been written, by mistake the figures are omitted. So such mistakes, when we pass some entries in financial accounting, the process of correcting such mistakes is known as. So what we see over here is that correcting the mistakes, the financial accounting mistakes when getting corrected, and that correction is known as rectification of errors. These errors can be found out in three different stages. Number one, before the preparation of trial balance. Then, while preparing trial balance, that is after the preparation of trial balance. Next, after the preparation of final accounts, everything is over, and then we got some errors are there. When the trial balance is over, then we are getting error. While preparing trial balance, just before trial balance, we are getting errors. Actually, this before trial balance, we can rectify it just by passing some statement or passing a separate journal entry or passing by putting the values in the right places. That means in the account, if we have not debited, we will debit that account. If we have not credited the account, like in the salary account, in the debit side, we have not recorded something. That is too cash. So we will record that. That means just a statement or just passing in an account, we can easily rectify the error if it is committed before trial balance. There is no such difficulty before trial balance. But when the errors are found out after the preparation of trial balance, after the preparation of final accounts, then we need to rectify them by passing journal entries. Now, there are two types of errors which we commonly get, which affects our trial balance and which doesn't affect our trial balance. The errors which are affecting our trial balance are termed as double-sided or single-sided error, and which are not affecting our trial balance is called double-sided error. In a example way, I can say that suppose in the salary account, we have recorded 100 instead of 1000. Salary to cash account is correctly written. So this is a single-sided error. And because of which my trial balance debit side and credit side will not match. In the trial balance debit side, salary I have written 100, whereas cash I have written 1000. Reduced cash 1000. So in that case, what is happening is that we are getting an error which. Okay, so the students see that these errors which we have got, that is single-sided error, is affecting our trial balance, and double-sided error is not affecting our trial balance. So two types of errors as we are talking about. The common type of errors, one is double-sided, which is affecting two or more accounts, and one is single-sided error, which is not affecting two or more accounts, only one account is affected. So when we are talking about double-sided error, which cannot be traced through trial balance, they are different types. They are compensating errors, that is errors of posting in wrong account, errors of principal, errors of omission, as well as we have single-sided error, which are termed as omission of posting, error carried forward of balance, errors of casting and posting. See, all these errors we will discuss in our next video. But you just keep in mind that what is double-sided error and what is single-sided error. Very simply, after the preparation of trial balance, we got some errors, and then my trial balance is not matching. When trial balance is not matching, that means there are some single-sided errors. My some account is wrong, some account the total is the values are wrong, and in some account the values are not correctly written. That means my debit is not equal to credit. My salary is suppose 100, but my cash is this one. Cash is, that means debit and credit are not equal actually. That's why we have single-sided error. And there are different types that we will discuss in the next video. And double-sided error, debit and credit is matching. That's why we are not able to find out, trace out this error by preparing trial balance. Okay, students, this much for part 1. We will discuss our next video, the different types of errors. Hope you all have understand. And please go through it again and again and write in your copy. Thank you, students.